Welcome you back here to War Memorial Stadium. 4A state championship game as Malvern, the visiting team, takes on the home team, Harding Academy Wildcats. We are 6 minutes away from kickoff. Perfect time to talk about our isolated players of the game. I say players because we're going with two. And let me tell you, this was a difficult decision. There are so many people that have played so well for this Leopard team this year. It could have really gone to anybody, and they would have been worthy of it. We chose to go with the two that have put the ball in the end zone the most. And that's our quarterback, number 3, Cedric Simmons, the senior, and junior, number 2, Jalen Dupree.
Well, the thing about it, and I had a chance to sit down and talk to Ced, this is a mission for him. He's going to be up there with the elites of Malvern quarterbacks, and it's important to him. And it's a legacy he wants to leave. And he's very conscious of everything. It's kind of unusual being for a kid to be that mature and that conscious of what's going around him, what it means, and what it can mean to him and the community. And then Dupree's Dupree.
Well, and that's one of the reasons
Dupree's Dupree. That's Jalen.
We were really excited. We've been excited about Ced Simmons since he was in elementary school, and one of the reasons why is we knew he had a good head on his shoulders. We knew he was intelligent. We knew that he had the temperament to be, a calming force a lot of times for a football team, and had that natural leadership capabilities inside of him. And so his senior year was, you talked to kind of circling a year.
Yeah.
We were like, well, when Ced's a senior and he's got this junior class underneath him, they're going to be pretty good. So, and then you've got Dupree. I mean, how many times do you have a guy with a chance to have 3,000 yards from scrimmage, and Dupree's only about 140 yards away? If he gets 140 yards total offense today, then he's going to be that's elite level class when you have 3,000 yards. So right now you've got Ced with about 3,500 yards between his passing and rushing. You've got right around 3,000 yards out of Dupree. Those two guys alone have accounted for a lot of yards.
And you
6,000 yards.
And you're talking about
just those two.
The maturity of Ced, and we've watched him. We've watched him, for 4 years. The way he comes off, whether they're behind or ahead on the sideline, he's that calming factor. Always has been.
And
when he was hurt.
And here's the thing that I think is really important. Those two guys are really good, and part of the reason those two guys are really good is everybody on the offense is pretty good. I mean, we've got maybe the best, run pounding offensive line in the class. That certainly helps both of those guys. You've got Dylon and Dante, which have really come on as legitimate deep threats. Two of the best maybe in this classification. And then you've got that X factor, Janelle at tight end, who is such a tremendous blocker.
Yeah.
And when you need somebody to make a mismatch in a crunch, I don't know that we've got anybody on the team that's a bigger mismatch down the field than Keelan Janelle. So all of those pieces together really, when Jalen and Cedric are great ball players, but the whole collection of the offense just magnifies them and puts them into a different level.
And I think, Seth, we saw a lot of that last Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, we opened up some things, and with Cagle being the fastest kid on the team, and then we got Ethan Martin that can come in and make key. Jared can go out there. Jared Barber can go out and make catches, and then you've got number 5 in Janelle, and then another thing, they put Dupree out there, and he can run routes. How would you like to be a defensive coordinator and plan for that bunch?
Well, see, that's the nice thing. Like you mentioned Ethan Martin. He was on my mind when we were sitting here talking about this. Dylon, Dante play a lot of both ways.
Yeah.
And so does Ethan. But
yes, he does.
He can spell both on offense and defense. He's one of the most sure-handed kids we have, and he's a precise route runner. He's going to get you that stick, that slant. He's going to pick up a few yards. And
if you need 7,
huge.
He's going to run an 8-yard route.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's got the hands that and he's both sides of the ball. He's got some interceptions and receptions, and that's a great combination. And that's another one of those juniors.
We will tell you Malvern did win the toss, elected to defer to the second half, so Harding Academy will be receiving to start the game. Captains for Malvern today were senior Davian Jenkins and senior Leonard Leach. backed up by Tyler Golden, Simmons, Dante Cagle, and I know I'm missing one. I can't remember who it was. So. My apologies to whoever I'm missing. Did I say Dante Cagle?
Yes.
Did.
Yes.
So Dante Cagle, Tyler Golden, Simmons. I don't know. 11 years ago today.
I'm loving Michael Chance, my old broadcast buddy, just sent me a picture 11 years ago, and I guess I'm the only one that's here now.
I was there. I was just down there on that field.
You were down on the field coaching, yeah.
Wearing a lot more clothes.
Gosh, yeah, it's Michael and a great friend of ours, Don Baker, and then from the Buzz we had R.J. Hawk up there with us, and he came by to say hello.
Harding Academy will be going from left to right on your radio dial for the day, and then in a few days you'll see it live on YouTube. Angel Perez going to tee the ball up for the Leopards as this 4A state championship is ready to get underway. Back to receive for Harding Academy, number 2, Kyler Hoover. As Rick Dahl would say, it's showtime. Sky kick fielded at the 42-yard line, just falls down. Harding Academy going to take over there.
That was probably a little about 10, 15 yards short of what they wanted that sky kick to do, but nonetheless, we're going to put that Leopard defense out there, Ben, and put them to work.
I think he got under it a little.
I think he did, but that's okay.
So this will be the most precision-based offense the Leopards have seen. We'll see how we go about it.
Owen Miller takes the snap, fakes the give, throw out complete. Going to get up to around the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and that's one of those spot passes. He turned around and threw it to a spot, and the kid was there.
Indy McGallard. Twins to each side for Harding Academy. 2nd and 3. Going to be Griffin to the right of Miller. Bring a man in motion. Miller takes the snap, fakes the give, throws, stick route complete. Over the 50, over the 45, down to the 44-yard line. First down, Harding Academy.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, just short pass, and they'll march all the way down the field. You're looking for a mistake, a penalty, something to get them behind schedule.
Miller takes the ball, rolling right, throwing, got a man out there. Going to step out of bounds around the 37-yard line. That was Landon Conk.
Coke.
Quick to the line, tight twins on each side. Miller pitches it to the receiver coming across, makes a man miss, gets up over the 30, spun down just short of the 25, down to the 26. Kyler Hoover.
Had a chance for him there to hit him for basically no gain. The back really made a good move, did a 360, and picked up the 1st and 10.
Hurry to the line. Twins to each side. Miller takes the snap, give to Griffin this time, up the middle. Not a whole lot there as he gets over the 25 down to the 24.
Like Forrest Landreth came from the backside and was able to, because there was some space there, but
yeah, he closed it in, and so did Jared got in there.
2nd and 7 on the 24. Twins to each side. Miller takes the snap, looking to throw. Now he's flushed. Malvern getting after Miller, takes off. He's going to be hit and dropped right at the 20-yard line. Going to bring up about a 3rd and 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's that shiftiness that we talked about.
Not only that, but they didn't hit the quick pass, and we had good coverage down. He didn't have any place to throw the ball.
That was one of the few times early in this game that they've tried to throw deep. And what I do like is that front four was able to get pressure on their own without having to bring anybody.
3rd and 2, Miller rolling to his left. Now going to take off, try to get with his legs. He does as he runs out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Yeah. First down, Harding.
Looked like Bennett may have underestimated his speed a little bit.
Looked like it, yeah.
A little bit better angle. We might have had a chance to get him before they pick up the first down. But Miller is surprisingly athletic at the quarterback position.
Yes, he is.
1st and 10 from the 14. Give to Griffin. Going to run off the right side now, cuts it up. Going to get over the 10 down to, looks like the 7-yard line. Nice gain on first down.
Once again, Jared Barber come in.
That's going to make it 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7-yard line. Trips right, split left. Miller takes the snap, give to Griffin again. Going to get tripped up as he crosses the 5-yard line
right
down
at
to the
first
4.
down marker.
Looks like they're going to call it 1st and goal.
This is where it can get a little difficult for passing teams because you shorten the field. You've got a lot of defenders in a short spot.
1st and goal from the 4. Bring a man in motion. Give to Griffin.
Nothing there.
Nothing there. Leopards driving backwards. May have got a yard.
And you will see teams kind of gravitate to the run when they are passing teams because when you throw short passes, but there's so many defenders in a small space, it's easy to get hands on there. And you can see that Harding has really tightened up.
Miller takes a snap pitch to the receiver, trying to get around, breaks a tackle near the goal line. He's going to be short. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. Kyler Hoover almost lost it trying to reach for the goal line.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 1. Tight twins in.
Looked like he got started a little early, but he's lost a yard.
Lost a yard. So now what do? They're going to send their kicker in, or they're going to go for it? I believe. There's the kicker.
Ferry is coming in.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. That's a stop for the Leopards.
That's big stop. Big stop for that Leopard defense. As we mentioned, this is a kicker that is committed to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Kyle Ferry.
Left-handed guy, left-footed anyway.
Kyle Ferry on to attempt a 20-yard field goal.
Good snap, good hold, kick away. And it is good. 7:46 left here in the 1st quarter. Leopards trailing 3-0. We'll be back after this.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back here to War Memorial, and I believe we may be in a delay. We're either in a delay or just a TV time. I think it might just be in a TV timeout.
Usually the red hat is TV timeout.
Yeah.
That's the way it is at SEC games. And
Well, there is weather in the area, is why we said that.
Yeah, we're and Steve Laverne was checking, and I think the last lightning strike was about 12 miles out. And what you said, Steve, and headed this way. So it could be. Listen, and I told a lot of this could be a long afternoon, guys, because there's a 30-minute mandatory delay.
Yeah.
But just looking at the lightning strike map, it's possible that it will skirt north of us. Hopefully, it'll skirt at least 11 miles north of us.
His run gets him.
Oh well, I'm looking at different. I don't have Little Rock as a spot kick. You're right, Ben. Here we go.
So get ready. It's going to be Ferry kicking off for Harding Academy. Looks like Dante Cagle, and I believe that might be Clegg.
Yes.
Back deep to receive for the Leopards.
Tavian Clegg.
Tavian Clegg. Kick is falling off the tee. Anticlimactic.
Yeah. And it wasn't the wind.
Tavian is one of those freshmen that moved up after the ninth grade team won their district championship, and he's lightning in a bottle.
He is lightning in a bottle. You're right.
So the coach is trying to get the ball in his hands a little bit.
Ferry's kick is away.
Not going to get a
Long
chance to
kick.
return that, though.
Yeah, that is through the end zone.
About kicked that one into the stands.
Yeah, that was driven.
Hit the life touch sign over there.
And it was driven
behind the end zone.
That was driven. So Leopards are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 20. trailing in this one 3-0.
The Leopard offense out here and see what we got planned. Like we said earlier, we expect to see a little basic, but still some different things, don't you think, Ben?
I think so. I know that they had a couple of different formations that we have not shown on film yet.
Dupree going to take the snap, looking to run off the left side, now cuts it back. Fights through the first tackle, going to get it 4 yards there on first down.
But one thing you know the Leopards are going to do is they're going to go base, and they're going to see if they can just physically beat you in their base. And if they can, they will not get away from it. But
and that's a little over a 4-yard gain on 1st and 10. So keeps you ahead of the change, Ben.
They're going to take 2 possessions to see if what they normally do is going to be enough.
2nd and 6 from the 24. Simmons takes the snap. Fake the give to Dupree, looking to throw.
Look at here.
Got a man deep. It is Cagle. He's got it complete.
He's got
it's
it.
It's a foot race. It's going to be a touchdown, Dante Cagle.
Wow. Well, that's your typical play-action pass there.
Touchdown, Malvern, and what a dream start for Cedric Simmons.
Big-time play. How about that pass through it right in the breadbasket? Beautiful, and a tough catch for Dante. He had to come back, look over the other shoulder that he started looking for it, and then Dylon peeled back, did a great job of not hitting anybody in the back, caught him flush in the chest, picked up the block necessary, and he actually knocked out a second guy with it, like bowling pins. And great start for the Leopards offensively.
Ozio Martinez, kick is away.
So we got a kicker,
it is
too.
Good.
Not quite as long, but just as good.
Just as effective. 7:05 left here in the first quarter. Leopards answer back, lead this one 7-3. We'll be back after this.
Encore Healthcare and Rehabilitation is here for you. Whether illness or injury sideline you, Encore will tailor a rehabilitation program for your needs. Meet Helen Haley, one of our rehab residents.
And what'd you come to Encore for?
Because I couldn't walk.
How's your experience been here at Encore?
It's been good. Everybody's good. Everybody treats me good. They feed good. It's been wonderful.
Encore Healthcare and Rehabilitation and the Malvern Leopards, a winning combination.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back here to, Clodman Stadium. I wish Clodman Stadium North, War Memorial Stadium, 4A state championship game. Leopards leading in this one 7-3. 7:05 left here in the first quarter.
Well, the Leopards jumped up and punched him right in the mouth the first thing, guys, and that's big.
Angel Perez has the ball teed up for the Leopards. Sky kick, angled toward the left sideline, going to be fielded around the 17. Gets across the 30, looks like down to around the 33, where Harding will take over from there.
Pretty good coverage. And you just, like we said, both of these teams, they've been behind in the playoffs against good teams. So, and we talked about it. This could be a high-scoring affair because both of these offenses are really, really good. And that's not to take anything away from the defenses. It's just that both offenses
really
are two of the best in 4A.
Trips right, Twins left. Miller alone in the backfield. Now going to bring a man in motion from right to left. Looking to throw out quick, nothing there. So now it's going to be flushed, and they is sacked in the backfield by Davian Jenkins. Miller not happy with his receiver.
Yeah, something happened there on the miscommunication. And that's one of those things, Ben, you say keep him, and wait for him to make a mistake or something to happen.
And again, they did it with just the 4 down linemen. They didn't have to bring linebackers because when you bring linebackers, you're opening a bunch of holes behind you that these short routes can eat up. So if we can continue to get pressure with 4, that's great.
2nd and 14, Miller rolling right. Going to let it go. Got his man complete. He's down the right sideline.
Whoa, wow, there it is. Finally called holding out there. That 3 was absolutely wrestling. And they finally caught him at about the 25-yard line.
Kyler Hoover, who was going to be caught by Eric Clegg.
Yeah. I was beginning to wonder if they was going to throw that holding flag out there, Ben. I mean, he had him almost turned him around, but anyway, they got him.
It's real hard to get away with it when you're isolated out there in the middle of the field without a lot of congestion, and you're about 6 feet away from the official that's trailing.
Yeah.
Oh, he grabbed his face mask. He was holding the face mask, I guess. So.
What?
Whoa. Oh, it was on us.
That penalty was on us. Never mind. Will be a touchdown for Kyler Hoover. That definitely looked like it was a hold.
Okay. I didn't see it. Oh, anyway.
Now they got lightning in the area.
Lightning in the area.
I feel safe in here, though.
Yeah, I do too. I do. Do we have anything to fill time for half an hour?
Well, we got 30-minute mandatory delay when there is weather in the area. Harding Academy currently leading 9-7 with 6:18 left. Extra point pending.
From birthdays and weddings to special events, Curiosity's Corner offers a wide selection of customized baked goods and crafts. We are a proud supporter of the Malvern Leopards and Malvern Lady Leopards. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We'd love to make your special occasions even sweeter.
Well, hey, we are finally back here at War Memorial Stadium. I say finally for you. We've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
After a lengthy delay, I don't even know what it is at this point. The Leopards are back out on the field.
Steve says 3.5 hours. We'll round it off to 3.5 hours. Is that right, Rick? Okay.
Rain still continuing to pour down, but hopefully the lightning is out of the way. If you're just now joining us, Harding Academy had just completed a very long touchdown pass, and they're about to attempt the extra point.
It's a 9-7 ball game right now, and PAT from Harding Academy will make it a 10 if it goes through.
Will be Ferry on to attempt the extra point. Never seen a man in motion.
I haven't either.
How about that?
We loaded up 3 on that side.
Ferry's kick is good. So, 6:18 left in the first quarter. That's right. We have not even yet played 6 minutes of the first quarter.
The ball game started out with, for those that missed it, give it a recap here quickly. Harding drove down. The Leopards stopped them, had to kick a field goal. Kick off to the Leopards. Jalen Dupree goes to the right for about 4 yards, and then boom. What was that, a 76-yard pass play from Simmons to
Dante Cagle.
And they're about, and then we had on the touchdown, they had the big penalty. They're marking it off, so they're going to kick it from the Leopard 45, which means this ball may end up on Markham Street.
Look out, scoreboard.
This kid can kick it.
I think he can get it to the scoreboard. This kid's got a leg. This is the kid that is signed, committed to Mississippi State, and he's got a leg.
Kick is away.
He's trying for a field goal.
And he made it.
Into the stands it goes.
And that would have been a 55-yarder.
There you go. There you go.
What a leg.
So as Ron
Rick Wilson's back here just shaking his head no.
As Ron mentioned, Leopards are 1 for 1 in passing for 76 yards and a touchdown, and Dupree has 1 run for 4 yards. That's the extent of the Leopard offense so far as we start our second series of the game. Going to come to the line with twins left. Dupree going to be to the left of Simmons. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's the snap. Dupree takes off running. He may be gone. He lowers the shoulder up over the 35 down to the 39-yard line. It looked like he might go for a second.
Yeah, it did. It's one of the things we talked about earlier. You know, the Leopards are they're going to run that till they stop it.
And what Malvern has done is they moved twins over to the left, which is they've kind of been the formation they've gone to. And Harding has moved secondary guys over there. They've moved some safeties over there, but that means that there is going to be some space to run to the right because that's where we have our tight end. That's our strong blocking side.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Fake the give to Dupree. Simmons going to keep this time. He squirts free, going to be tackled at the 49-yard line, close to another first down for Malvern.
They're going ahead and, they gave him the 1st and 10. That's
what you really would like to see is for Malvern to continue to pound the football. If they eat up a lot of clock, that's great. One of the things you can do to disrupt an offense like Harding Academy is hold on to the ball. They're so rhythm-based, and if you can keep them off the field, sometimes teams like that can get out of rhythm. So keeping the first downs moving is going to be a big part of what Malvern wants to do.
Fake the give to Dupree, going to be Simmons.
They're not going to catch him.
Is gone from the 25-20, 15-10, pointing to the sky. Touchdown, Malvern.
We said at the beginning there could be a lot of points scored in this football game, and we've got 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and we've scored 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
And a field goal. One of our ISO players, of course, that's said, and the other ISO players, I think, was the first one down there to congratulate him when he got down there. And PAT time.
Dylon Carradine on to hold for Oziel Martinez. Kick away. It is good. 5:06 left here in the first quarter. Leopards lead this one 14-10.
As we go into, we were kind of concerned, what are we going to do after a long delay? We came out and everything's smooth. I mean, we clicked on everything, and we're going to try to stop these guys. Get a hiccup, and
well, we talked about momentum, and
yes,
and they just had a big play right at the beginning, right before we had that big long delay. So, you kind of thought that maybe momentum was going to swing their way. You never know with high school kids. That big long delay completely nullified any momentum they were going to have.
You bet.
Because, at worst, it's a 3-point game when you come back. You've had 3 hours to simmer down. Emotions have cooled. Maybe this is the beginning of a new momentum stretch for us. Be nice to get a stop and try to put a little bit of distance on the board.
Angel Perez kicks off deep, angled at the left side. Kyle Hoover returning up over the 25. Looks to get outside. Going to be pushed out of bounds. Is right around the 32-yard line.
That's really right where the Wildcats took over, I think, within a yard or two of that on their last possession before the storm delay. And here we go. It's nice to be playing football instead of sitting up here, eating popcorn and talking.
I watched the Razorback game.
Yeah, we watched the Razorback. Way to go, Hogs.
Cup, Been a interesting day. So Harding Academy comes to the line, 1st and 10 from the 32, twins to each side. Miller takes the snap, give to the back. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. We'll lose a yard or 2 yards back to the 30. That was Griffin on the carry.
Is that Griffin?
Well, Harding Academy is not a prolific running team, and we have really done a great job this year stopping the run up the middle. It's been those outside edge runs. And that's really not Harding's MO, try to run outside and beat you with edge plays. So their running game does kind of play into our strength, and it allows our backers to stay into coverage.
Harding got quads to the right.
Yeah, they got quads, and they're changing things up with 5 seconds left forward.
Miller takes the snap.
Here we go.
Throw. Tunnel screen set up and dropped.
Tell you what, we had some pressure on the quarterback then, and that play was well defensed. Looked like Carradine was over there, and
and the ball is going to get wet fast because we talked about a wet rain before, and it's coming down. I mean, the rain.
It's about the wettest rain we've had.
This is what I would call a driving rain, and so that ball's going to get wet fast, and it's going to get heavy. I mean, that's one of the things. If you want to move the ball, you can't change the ball out.
3rd and 12. Miller takes the snap, looking to
throw.
Got
him. They got him. He got away.
He's still got his eyes downfield. Going to have a guy at the 50 complete. First down, Harding Academy. Malvern that close to forcing probably the first punt of the game.
Yeah, I think
Miller
that
really showed it. You talk about his athletic ability, man. He really showed it then. We had him back there. Should have had him for a sack, and he got away.
I believe that was Akir Smith that had a chance to bring him down. That would have been a huge sack because forced him to punt right there, but they got the first down.
Jet sweep action. Receiver running out to the left side. He fumbled the ball, and Malvern's got it.
And that's one thing that I was going to say something about. Ball holding on to the ball is going to be big in this ball game. The Leopards just get the first big turnover on a wet game on a wet ball, and that's really going to be something to watch.
We just got a note handed to us. Halftime will be 15 minutes in length plus a 3 minutes for warm-ups for the players. So a shortened halftime.
Which that's actually pretty normal for most high school games. So
Leopards are going to take over on the 41-yard line after the big fumble recovery by Ramir Bennett. Dupree going to be to the right of Simmons. Cagle split out to the left. Fake the give to Dupree. Simmons looking to run. This time they got it pretty well hemmed up. Simmons spins off of a guy, maybe picks up a yard or two. Not a lot there.
Had a lot of success running that same play over and over again. Harding said no moss. Had it sniffed out a little bit, so we'll see what the Leopards do. You can kind of fake that. Actually, you could just give it to Dupree.
Yeah.
That's one of the options to do, and so we'll see if
not a bad option.
We'll see if that ends up being the case.
Same formation for the Leopards. This time they do give to Dupree. He cuts up. Got a lot of room up.
Pretty good option.
Pretty good option.
The deuce is loose.
Super deuce again.
Touchdown, Malvern.
Pretty good option.
Wow.
We went too tight. This is one of the formations the coaches talked to us about. Yeah. They have not had film at all. So Harding Academy has not seen the Leopards run two tight ends. We're giving them that look, one wide receiver, full house backfield, and it really forces you to kind of congest your offense, and then we can just pick where we like the matchups.
PAT.
Oh, miss snap.
But he's going to get it.
Carradine picks it up.
Carradine picks it up and gets two.
What looked like a disaster has turned in to a two-point conversion for Dylon Carradine.
Well, when you've got that athletic ability back there and the smarts that Carradine's got, I mean, Carradine picked it up, he saw it wasn't going to work, Ben, and he was gone.
Absolutely, and that's one of those things you practice. If you don't get the good snap, you yell fire, fire, and normally there's a route that goes out with that. Normally that one of those end guys, either the tight end or the wing, runs the route, but I think he kind of got bogged down in the middle, but his guy went with him. So there was nobody on the outside to keep Dylon. Easy two-point conversion.
3:15 left here in the first quarter. The Leopards lead this one 22-10.
Going to be Kyle Hoover and Isaac Baker back deep to receive for the Wildcats. Angel Perez on to kick off for the Leopards. Kick is away. Sky kick this time going to be fair caught at the 32-yard line.
We're kind of in love with that 32-yard line, isn't it?
Yeah. Harding Academy looking for an answer, Ron.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. We're not going to hold this bunch. We're not going to hold this bunch of 10 points, guys.
Well, I'm hoping they had to have a few more questions.
I hope they have. Yeah, we need some questions going into the fourth quarter anyway, and lots of answers from the Leopards.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Come to the line with twins to each side. Going to be Miller to the right of quarterback looking to throw. Got his man across the middle, complete. Breaks a tackle. He's up over the 45. Breaks another tackle over the 50. Finally, said Simmons going to bring him down as he gets to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that's another thing we haven't seen, and I talked to him about it a little bit. He's loved having fun out there at safety. I talked to him about it yesterday morning, and he said the big thrill of that ball game was the interception in the last game with Nashville.
Trips right, split left. 1st and 10 from the 46. Miller brings a man in motion. Fake the give to him. Give up the middle to Heath.
Nothing there. Not much.
A couple of yards there, but when you play a team like Harding Academy, you feel like you got to give them a lot of short passes, and if that's the case, you have got to tackle. And we allowed a relatively short play to turn into a big chunk play. We're going to have to tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Give is to Griffin again.
Leonard's all over him.
Just swallowed him up.
Picks up maybe another 2 yards. Going to make it about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, another one of those big third downs. They got out of the last one, and before the fumble, here we go.
Bring a man in motion, fake the give, throw out to receiver. Able to break the tackle and pick up the first down. Leopards had him right at the line of scrimmage, unable to bring him down.
Yeah, he got between a couple of Leopard defenders there. I don't know how he got through there, but he did. And another one of those opportunities we could have had him stopped on 3rd down, guys.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Going to stay with twins to each side. Griffin to the right or to the left of Miller. Miller takes the snap, fakes the give, now looking to run himself. He zips up over the 20, 15, breaks a tackle at the 10, falls forward to the 5-yard line. Right now, we just got to tackle better, guys.
Yeah, this is, and this may be part of the downside from having so much time off. Is our tackling is not really crisp.
It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Jalen Dupree on at linebacker. Pitch out to the tailback, looking to run off the right side. He's going to get into the end zone.
Yeah,
Wyatt Simmons touchdown. Doing a good job of getting guys to the right spot, just unable to bring them down right now.
Yeah, we've had people in position to stop them, and we like I say, we just need a little bit crisper tackling.
.128 left here in the first quarter, and it's been an exciting one.
Almost 40 points scored in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Let's not do math again.
I was sitting there counting, taking my shoes off.
Ferry on to kick. He gets the kick away, and it is good. So 128 left, as we said. Leopards leading this one 22-17. We'll keep it here.
It'll be that's a lot of points the first quarter, guys.
It is.
39 of them.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was looking. I had 36, 30. Once again, guys, the Leopards get an opportunity to answer, and we have.
Dante Cagle and Tavian.
Looks like they got a Harding Academy player looking for a contact up in the bleachers behind the field goal. There you go.
Tavian Clegg back deep to receive for the Leopards. Ferry's kick is away. It's going to sail into the end zone for the touchback. Malvern has scored 22 points on 7 plays. Explosive, they might say.
Yes.
Going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Going to split Cagle out to the left. Janelle going to be the up back on the left.
Here's that 2 tight end set again.
Yeah.
Dupree to the right of Simmons. Give is to Dupree, looking to run off the left side. Now I'm going to get forward up to, looks like he's going to pick up 5 yards to the 25.
Yeah. And that's another one of those situations. Harding Academy is really happy, and they held him to 5 yards, and that's just the way it is with Jalen. He gets those yards so quick.
Well, you're sitting there with 2 tight ends, and you've also got Janelle in the backfield as an up back.
Yeah.
Going through the hole, 240 pounds of muscle lead blocking.
2nd 5 give to Dupree off the right side.
Ran over the corner.
Down to the 35, 1st down Malvern. Tough running from Dupree.
And that's what he loves to do. He's not going to run around that corner when he can run over him.
Well, both teams are giving the other one something that they haven't seen. We are the most physical offense that they have faced this year by a long shot.
By a long shot.
And Harding Academy is probably the most precision-based offense that we face. So, the defenses today have a little bit of work cut out for them for sure.
Going to be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Going to be Dupree taking the snap. Gets forward up over the middle, up over the 40 down to the 46. Picks up 6 on 1st down.
Once again, Jalen, Ced just looks. Was that? Yeah, it was Ced. No, it was Dupree. That's what I thought. Takes the time, looks, lets the blocks develop, and picks up 6.5, 7 yards.
Well, that's going to do it for a long and wild first quarter. Leopards leading in this one 22-17. We'll be back after this.
At MNB, we know that every customer is different. That's why we provide one-on-one guidance from our lending professionals. Our dedicated team understands the importance of taking that next step, and we offer our customers superior financial products and services. Put the strength and stability of MNB to work for you, with loan structures tailored to help you make sound financial decisions. Come see what banking with a real community bank feels like. Visit us online at mnbbank.com.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
Welcome you back here to War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock 4A State Championship. Leopards leading in this one 22-17, facing a 2nd and 4 as we get ready to start the second quarter. Do have something we're not used to, a television timeout.
Yeah.
So
and that was a long time. We were talking off line here that first quarter started at 10 after 12.
That's right.
And it ended at 10 after 4.
Well, the red hat's not wearing. He's wearing a red hat, but he's got a beige hoodie over the top of it.
Tough to see. Simmons takes the snap, fakes the give to Dupree, looking to throw deep for Cagle. It's in there. Great throw.
What a catch.
Dante Cagle with the concentration.
He had him. You hear me say he got him. Cagle, with his speed, all he needs is a little bit. And Ced couldn't put a better pass in there, Ben.
That was right in the breadbasket.
I mean, it's not bad coverage, honestly. I mean, the guy was pretty well right on top of it. And how about the guts of this coaching staff? 2nd and 4, we've been running the football.
Yeah.
The rain's coming down. You think, oh, well, let's just keep pounding it. No, sir. They dial up the long fade. And really, anything you can do to keep those secondary guys from sneaking in, just going to make the running game even that much better.
Dupree takes the snap, looking to run off the right side, just going to get what he can get. Dives forward, going to pick up 3 or 4 on 1st down.
They're going to call it 2, maybe.
They're going to call it 2.
Only 2 down to the 14. Wasn't a lot there. Dupree just chose the option of getting what he could.
And man, you just feel like you've got a 5-point lead here, 22-17. You feel like you just want to be more than a touchdown ahead.
Oh, you've got
you feel like you always want to score and stay more than a touchdown ahead.
Oh, we moved. Yep.
Might have been Vinny.
Going to be a false start.
Got a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, we would.
Which would make it easier if they would let us do that.
Certainly would. I'm in agreement. So far, the only thing able to stop the Leopard offense is the yellow flag.
Looks like Martin and Dylon coming back on the field, so we're going to run multiple wide receivers out there this time.
Yeah.
3 of them, as a matter of fact. No, and we're going to move
Dupree out.
Dupree as a wide receiver.
We're doing your work, Seth. Sorry.
There you go. Twins left, split right. Simmons looking to throw.
Got him.
He's got Dupree.
Got him.
What a play. Wheel route. Beautiful wheel route to Jalen Dupree.
The Ronnie Wingo wheel route. Touchdown, Malvern.
It's just the diversity that we see out of Super Deuce. I mean, we've known he can catch. And I tell you what, this kid is a devastating blocker, too. Total package.
And that's a route we've not seen out of Dupree very much this year.
Nope.
So just kind of run to the sideline and then cut it up like a little out and up.
Good snap. Good hold. Kick is away. It is
It's
good.
good, all right.
Ozio Martinez puts it through. 10:50 left here in the second quarter. Leopards leading 29-17.
Get your calculators out, boys and girls. You're going to need them.
I'm fixing to take my shoes and socks off right now. We're going to add this up after a while.
It's going to be high calculus trying to figure out how many points and yards are going to be racked up in this one.
To quote the famous Michael Chance, I was told there would be no math.
That's right. You know, it's really be nice now to get that stop. Jim Ben was talking earlier about we need to try to get as much cushion between this bunch as you can because, and I'll tell you what, these Wildcats, they can put it on you real quick as they've shown us in that long first quarter.
Well, it was not safe with Arkadelphia. You know, 2-touchdown lead was not safe with Arkadelphia, and
we've already scored more on them than Arkadelphia did, more than in that game.
Perez kick high toward the right side, fielded at the 12-yard line, up over the 20.
you're going to have some
Looking
space.
to
We
the
got to
outside.
tackle. Not
He
bad.
gets over the 30, and guess what, guys? 32-yard line.
Well, let's just save injury and
Yeah.
just place them at the 32.
Yeah. That was Janelle on that one. Keelan really got in there and put a shoulder and a headgear in there where it needed to be and got him down. And like you say, 32. Yeah, we got said playing safety.
Simmons chunks the tee off of the field. First incompletion of the day, I believe. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Wildcats. Twins to each side. Back to the right of Miller. Miller looking to throw. Keeping to roll right. Eyes downfield. Man.
Great.
is-
No.
Romir Bennett looked like good coverage
No.
from our angle, but they throw the flag.
We actually
Wow.
do get the benefit, we do, of watching replay, so I'm going to watch it here.
Wow.
That's a tough call.
Tough call.
Yeah,
Might have been a hair early.
didn't seem like much.
I can tell you the Malvern crowd did not agree after watching it on replay.
Well, yeah, it's right over there in front of on the front of the Malvern bench too. So anyway,
I believe that's 3 penalties against Malvern to 0 for Harding Academy thus far. Twins to each side. Back to the left of Miller is Griffin. Looking towards the sideline for the play. Miller takes the snap, fakes the give, throw out, incomplete.
boy, that's almost,
looking for
listen,
Indy
guys,
McGiller.
that's almost a pick right there.
McGiller.
That's almost an illegal play by Harding.
It is behind the line of scrimmage. Nevertheless, incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Junell on to play some defense. Miller takes the snap, looking to throw. Slant route,
Wide
got his
open.
man. Breaks the first tackle. Breaks the second
Wow.
tackle. Going to get all the way down to the 25-yard line. Ran down by Jared Barber.
Once again, there's a couple missed tackles in there, and Jared Barber come across there and made sure we got him down. And
Landon Koch on the reception. Going to be tight twins for Harding Academy. Griffin to the left of Miller. Bring a man in motion from right to left. Option look. Actually, it's not Griffin. My apologies. How did he stay in bounds? He lowers the shoulder.
why are we?
I thought he was out of bounds.
I did too.
But they're going to say he wasn't.
Well,
Down
then
to the
obviously
8-yard
we
line.
thought he was too. That's one of those situations we're going to have to finish up and take care of business.
Wyatt Simmons on the carry.
Well, there's a pretty clear hold, actually, on the reason Forrest Landreth didn't make that play behind the line of scrimmage was because the left tackle was dragging him to the ground.
Yeah. Simmons is the big kid, number 10, the one that Coach Plumley was talking about.
1st and goal from the 8. Trips right, split left.
And as tough of a runner as he is, he's their stud middle
He's our
linebacker.
stud middle linebacker.
Here's the snap. Give to Griffin up the middle. Not a lot there, but he's able to fight forward for a few yards down to the 6-yard line.
It's interesting. The last time they were down here, I believe in that first quarter, I believe they ran it all 3 times and didn't until we forced the field goal.
It is going to be 2nd and goal from the 6. Trip split way out to the right. Miller looking to run.
Wow.
He's got a touchdown, Harding Academy.
Yeah, had some miscommunication there on the linebacker and the safety, and he walks in.
Definitely a little bit of miscommunication there. Ferry on to attempt the extra point for the Wildcats. Good snap, good hold, kick away, and it is good. So 9:29 left here in the second quarter. Leopards leading in this one, 29-24. We'll be back after this.
Encore Healthcare and Rehabilitation is here for you. Whether illness or injury sideline you, Encore will tailor a rehabilitation program for your needs. Meet Helen Haley, one of our rehab residents.
And what'd you come to Encore for?
Because I couldn't walk.
How's your experience been here, Encore?
It's been good. Everybody's good. Everybody treats me good. They feed good. It's been wonderful.
Encore Healthcare and Rehabilitation and the Malvern Leopards, a winning combination.
Welcome you back here to War Memorial Stadium. 29-24, Leopards on top right now in the second quarter. Ferry's kick, surprise, surprise, into the end zone for a touchback.
One thing I noticed was Harding Academy's fight song is also on Wisconsin. It's the same as Malvern's, and so that song is going to get played an awful lot today because we are looking at a big-time number of points in this contest. 59 points, and we still have 9.5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah.
They just added 6 points to our score.
Oh, they added 6. Oh, so it will not be then because
yeah,
I was wondering.
They did add 6 points to the score.
So it's not 59 because I was looking at the scoreboard.
Dupree takes the snap, running off the left side. Going to power forward up over the 25 to the 26-yard line.
You know, we were talking about Jalen, what he needed to get to 3,000 men. He may be there by halftime. You know it?
Yeah, I mean, he was about 140 short coming in.
Was it 140? Okay. He probably might not make it then, but he's going to be closing in on it. He got 128 on the ground now.
He's got it. He's got 3,000 for the year then total.
3,000 total. Thanks, Rick.
2nd and 4. Simmons takes the snap, fakes the give to Dupree, looking to throw. Now flush from the pocket. Able to break the first tackle, lets it loose, looking for Carradine, unable to get it there.
Boy, and you wish he'd have seen Dupree, who was open, coming on the shorter route. But really a good job by Cedric just to avoid the sack.
Yeah, they were closing in on him and showed that speed and athletic ability to come out to his right.
And that's the second time now where we've had second and middle, second, 4, and 5 that we've taken. We wanted to go deep.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 and have trips out to the right. It's going to be Dupree, the up back on the right as well. Throw out to Cagle, complete. Looking to get upfield. He's going to be brought down right
Where
at the 30.
Where are they going to mark it?
They marked him. They gave it right. Side judge here, they gave it. Should be.
He's right at the 30.
They're marking 4th down. He's holding 4th down up.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's about as close as you can possibly be.
And that was moved back a football length, too.
We may take a timeout and just think about what we want to do right here, but.
Yeah, I saw look like Plumley going over and saying something to the officials.
Yeah.
Probably going to run this one down and use the first time out of the half.
Questionable spot.
And then we'll see if we don't run quarterback power when we come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, be interesting. So, 7:39 left here in the second quarter. Leopards leading 29-24. We'll be back after this. Welcome you back here to War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. Leopards leading 29-24 with 7:39 left here in the second quarter, facing a 4th and inches.
Yeah, you have to think that, and probably everybody else think the same thing too. That you got to know where Dupree is.
Yeah, well, I would think that you might find number 5, and it's going to go right behind him.
Yeah.
You know, wherever he goes, the ball's probably going to be right behind him.
Yeah, and there's a lot of room over there.
Looks like Harding.
Yeah, yes, Harding wanted to call that timeout real quick, but they didn't have our left side, their right side covered well at all.
We'll just keep it here. Yeah, it looked like Leopards were in power over there to the left.
Yes, they had power left, and looks like Harding loaded up for power right. So,
and this is a situation where in a lot of, maybe regular season games, you may just say, oh, let's just kick it. But you're playing for a state championship. You are playing to win. I mean, I know you always play to win, but this is one where you don't. Yeah, you play to win the game. But obviously, this is
Playoffs.
One where you don't want to. You don't want to leave
playoffs
any doubt saying that, well, we played too conservatively. That's the worst feeling you can possibly have, is saying, well, I felt like we played too conservatively. So that might have something to do with it. Plus, we have been the more physical dominating team. I mean, they've been very good with the precision and the finesse, but I think that the coaching staff feels confident that we can pick up. Well, it's not even a half a yard. It's about a third of a yard.
Well, with Bullholtz and Woodson and that bunch in there on the offensive line, you got to feel good about that.
We're not going to hand it off. I think we're just going to run it. Direct snap run.
To Dupree, looking to run. He dives and he stands. He's got it.
That's something only an athletic quarterback can do, because they were back there. They hit him behind the line of scrimmage. Or was that to Dupree?
That was Dupree.
That was Dupree.
Something only an athletic kid can do, because he Supermaned himself.
Yeah, he willed
to stretch the ball across the line.
Yeah, he willed that first and 10. That was all on one of our ISO players.
So give Harding Academy credit. They've defended it very well. Dupree made a great stretch to get the first down.
Twins left for Malvern. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Dupree going to take the snap, running off the left side. Nice block by Simmons.
Simmons really did a good block.
Dupree going to dive all the way down to the 35. Pickup of about 4 on first down.
We're going to air one out again here in a minute, boys. They're starting to crowd up, walk up.
Well, the last time that we've had 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 6, we've taken a shot, and we're in that same situation. But if you're Harding Academy, that tells you, well, we can't go zero coverage on this, we got to, and they do. They've got 2 safeties back.
Yeah.
Simmons takes the snap, looking to throw out towards Carradine. Carradine's got it complete, right at the line to gain.
It's going to be close.
Looks like he's got it marked right at the 41.
Which is exactly right where the.
Oh,
they're going to mark
they
short again.
No, they marked.
Oh, no, they're going to give him first down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It looked like he was marking that on the backside at 41.
Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Leopards.
With that spot, they may have actually moved the chain crew a little prematurely because.
We'll take it.
6:05 left here in the first half. Leopards leading this 29-24.
Here's that 2 tight end set again.
Shift Simmons out of the way. Dupree looking to run off the left side again. This time not a lot there.
Yeah.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he was down before the ball came out, which he got up with the ball anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously the defensive staff for the Wildcats have made some adjustments on our running game, but some of those can come back and bite you.
Well, you just adjust to the adjustment.
That's exactly right.
You got to find the answer, Ron.
You got to find the answer.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line. Man split to each side. Janelle going to be the up back off the right side. Dupree fakes the give, going to keep himself. Picks up 2 yards down to the 43-yard line. Going to be about a 3rd and 8 now. Clock ticks under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Leopards leading 29-24, trying to add on.
With the formation that they've been running, Harding has really shifted a lot of secondary guys over to protect against Dante and Dylon, and you wonder if you might be able to sneak Janelle behind him, just about 10 yards down the middle of the field.
Simmons takes the snap looking to throw out towards Cagle.
Going to be well short of the first down.
He ruled it complete, but it is going to be well short of the first down as he only got up to the 46-yard line. Going to make it about a 4th and 5.
And this might be one we punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a tall order right here.
Yeah, punting team's coming on, and so we turn the ball back over to the Wildcats with right at a little under 4 minutes left here in the first half. And like I said, leading this one 29-24.
Harding Academy has nobody back deep, and they're not rushing it. Simmons, punt, away. Going to land at the 20, take a little sideways bounce, now starts to back up, so Perez downs it right at the 20. 3:40 left here in the first half. Leopards leading 29-24. Looking for a defensive stop.
Yeah, defensive stop, turnover, something good for the Leopards. And, once the ball game started, it's been a pretty quick running clock. We've got less than 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first half from the time we resume play, I should say.
Trips left, Twins right. Miller looking to throw. Got his man out quick. Now he's going to burst free. Dylon Carradine looking for a hold, not going to get the call. He's down the sideline. He may go.
Wow.
Touchdown, Harding Academy. I do think Carradine was being held. But
yeah, we're going to have to look. Thank goodness we got a replay on this one.
It don't matter. They're not going to call anything. But, I mean, like, you can't just say, well,
right,
I was being held and stop.
Yeah. They're using their hands.
Look back. You got to just keep playing.
Yeah. And once again, it was I don't know whether we're short on our angles don't seem real good. These kids may be faster than what we think they are or something, but we've missed some tackles down. That's running down those sidelines like that.
It would be nice to see a flag fly on them for once.
And they're going to go for 2 to try to make this a 3-point game, apparently.
Twins to each side. Going to be Griffin to the left.
Now they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout. And it was down to 3 seconds. We're down to 3 minutes and 26 seconds here in the first half, and the Wildcats have called a timeout.
Well, Leopards.
I don't see the TV guy out. So we keep it here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. Leopards had to punt first punt of the ball game, and then unfortunately it only took one play for the Wildcats to score. And I mean, you can look at the video board. There was probably 2 pretty good holds there that weren't called, but I mean, you can't just depend on it. And I think we were kind of looking back to the ref that saying, "Hey, I got held." You got to keep playing. You got to keep running. Not let them just walk into the end zone.
Well, we've missed quite a few tackles here in the first half, and then these guys are pretty savvy with the ball also. I mean, they almost kind of bait you and then turn on the jets.
Well,
and then they'll slow down and they'll speed up. And
what they're doing really, really on these short passes and whatever, they've got 2 people out there, and they're screening each other off.
Going to be Twins to each side. Griffin is the up back for Miller. Miller rolling left, looking to throw. Got his man complete. 2-point conversion is good. 3:26 left here in the second quarter. Harding Academy leads 32-29. We'll be back after this.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
Red River Dodge of Malvern is thrilled to support the Leopards on the gridiron this season. Make sure you rush over to malverndodge.com to check out all the rebates on our new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams. We can't wait to support these guys all season. They work so hard all year long to represent our community on and off the field. Help us cheer on the team tonight. Go Leopards!
You good, bro? I mean, you all right, G? You all right, G?
Uh-oh. malverndodge.com. Go Leopards!
Welcome you back here to the Harding Academy, to the War Memorial Stadium here in Little Rock. Harding Academy leading in this one 32-29, 3:26 left here in the second quarter. Dante Cagle and Tavian Clegg back deep to receive for the Leopards. Ferry on to kick away for the Wildcats. Ferry's kick is a low line drive that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback.
I think there's two orders of business here. Number one, you don't want Harding Academy to get the football back with any substantial amount of time.
Right.
And number two, you want to put points on the board.
You want to put points on the board. And
but I think the most important thing is keep them from getting the ball back.
Keep them out of the end zone and then come back and take the ball starting the second half. I mean, this is
I would take a 3-minute 26 drive or minute drive and punch it in the end zone.
That would be ideal. To score right at the end of the half, you get the ball back plus the lead. That would be the ideal scenario. Just keep Harding from getting the ball back.
1st and 10 from the 20. Dupree gets up to the 24, pick up a 4 on first down.
Right in the middle of it is number 10, Wyatt Simmons. When you talk to the coaches, they talk about two guys, number 50, Levi Mercer, and number 10, Wyatt Simmons. And Wyatt Simmons is the middle linebacker, and he's a big-time playmaker.
2nd and 4, Twins right for the Leopards. Give is to Simmons, looking to throw. He had Cagle through the hands and incomplete.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6 as Harding Academy building momentum.
Yeah, this is a big first down. If you're the Leopards, you really want to go ahead and be able to get a first down just to get some time off the clock. This is because Harding Academy's offense is rolling.
Yeah, and we need to get in halftime, let Brumfield look and make those defensive adjustments for the second half. And
3rd and 6. Twins right, split left. Simmons takes the snap looking to throw. Got his man Carradine right at the line to gain. Breaks off of a tackle. Still should have enough for the first down.
They gave him the forward progress up to the 31, which was one more than we needed.
Nice stick route right there. Go get what you need, turn around, take it, and
good concentration by Carradine.
Really good job from Cedric of firing it in there, but not so hard that it's because it wasn't that far of a pass. Sometimes you can rifle it in and it'll just bounce off those shoulder pads, not give your guy a chance to catch it. So good job by Ced also.
Twins right, split left, pitch out to Dupree.
Get him on the corner. Yeah, they're trying to get.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Looks like he's going to pick up 2.
Yeah, they did just a sweet pitch out to Jalen out there trying to get him out on the corner. But I tell you what, the corners for Wildcats, Harding Academy, they're doing a good job coming up. And
they can do 3 things off of that. He can pitch it, he can fake the pitch and run, and then they actually have a package where he'll fake the pitch and see if the wide receiver's open, if the corner comes up and bites on the fake pitch.
We got single coverage out there on Dylon too.
2nd and 8, Simmons.
He's looking
to throw.
There he was. He had him. He missed him.
He's now going to air it out to Carradine. Carradine has it.
It's
going to be a touchdown, Malvern.
He had him twice, guys. That's leadership on. I'm telling you, way to go, Ced. My goodness.
And again, it was a situation where a lot of us are saying, just run it, Ced, because he could have picked up the first down pretty easily. But he get one-on-one with Dylon, it's worth the shot.
But Dylon was open at the 40 coming across the middle and went back. He could have hit him 2 or 3 different times. That's what I'm saying. Hit him. Anyway, plus pass interference. Well,
we hope so.
And a great catch in traffic.
We hope so. Let's see it. There we go.
So we do get a penalty against Harding Academy. We're going to decline it.
I was beginning to wonder if it ever was going to come.
I'm waiting until the guys signals touchdown to make sure it's not offensive pass interference.
Well, the one guy just stood by the flag the whole time, and I'm like, ooh. Carried on to hold for Ozzie Martinez. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away.
It's good.
It is good.
You know, and we were talking earlier, you don't want to score too soon with this bunch. We got 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and it seems like a lifetime, Ben.
It is a lifetime, you know, and it'll be a short lifetime if we don't tackle better than we have been. So
hey, there could be 2 touchdowns scored in this last 2 minutes.
That's true.
You don't ever know.
Well, that's true. I mean, you look at we've had several games where we've scored on consecutive plays. I mean, you think of the first 2 plays at Hernando were touchdowns. The first 2 offensive plays.
Well, we had 2 last week, back to back.
I'm going to have to bring out a second one for the summer.
Going to have to bring out a second scoring summary sheet.
Once again, we got Rick Wilson up here with us doing our stats and filling in with a lot of information now and then. We thank you for that. Thanks for coming up, Rick.
That pencil's writing so fast it might catch fire here in a minute.
Oh, well, look, I didn't know you could do that. You actually get to accept the penalty, and I did not know you could do that on a pass interference play.
Well, they did on the other one on them, remember?
That was a personal foul, though.
Foul.
I didn't know that this was a thing on pass. I thought you had to accept the penalty or decline it.
That foul was personal, Ron.
That foul was personal. Okay, well.
So Perez going to kick it off from the 45. He lays into it.
He does.
And
wow, nice kick.
Into the end zone for a touchback.
That's the first touchback we've had in a long while.
Definitely for the year.
A long while. I was watching it up here, and it just kept going and going and going over there to the coffin corner and
I was
flew
afraid
into the end zone.
I was afraid it was going to go out of bounds before it crossed the pylon there.
So Harding.
Leopard's going to stop here, Seth, be big.
Oh, it'd be huge. Harding Academy going to come out 1st and 10 from the 20. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Griffin to the left of Miller. Miller looking to throw. Now looks like he might take off. And it disappears on him quickly as he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
He did avoid the sack, but not a lot on there. And if you're the Leopards, you're just keep the clock ticking.
They're going to go quads out to the right, split left. Miller looking to throw.
Oh.
Tip by the left.
Ball's on the ground.
And the Romeer's got it.
Whoa.
They're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Woo. What defines a football move, boys?
He could have called in. He didn't call incomplete. Anyway, he could have called a lot quicker is all I'm going to say.
What defines a football move? Catches, 1, 2.
Ooh. Wow.
Wow. Come on, man. Come on, guys.
A judgment call that does not go Malvern's way. Makes it 3rd and 9. Minute 31 left in the half. Rain coming down hard now. Going to be twins to each side. Harding Academy going to have to use their last time out of the half. And
wow.
You know, you would love to be able to go back and look at that because that's about as close as it can possibly get to being a fumble. It's one of those that's 50-50, and sometimes you're going to get the call and sometimes you're not.
And it seems like a lot of 50-50 calls just haven't gone our way. We haven't got 50% of the 50-50 calls, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But we are just into a half. So maybe we'll get the majority of the 50-50 in the second half.
Would be
maybe
nice,
our
right?
half coming the next half.
I'll tell you one thing, guys. If we could answer here and stop them, force them to kick the ball here in the. We can still score again.
Well, they're in the same situation we were in. They don't want to give us time because when you've given up 36 points and a half, you do not want to give the Leopards the ball with, a minute 15 remaining.
Miller going to look to throw. Romier coming with pressure. He's just going to throw it up. Diving effort, unable to be brought in.
And a big stop for the Leopards.
Wow, not only that.
Going to force them to punt.
Run me again. Who was all over the quarterback?
Romier.
I believe that was Bennett.
Yeah, okay. I mean, so we'll get to see the Mississippi State commit punter. He's a punter and a kickoff, and that's PAT.
A jack of all trades of the special team variety. Ferry on to punt. Dillahunt Carradine all the way back at the 25.
Ooh,
not a great
not
punt.
A great kick.
I mean, it's a good high school punt, but it's
takes a good Harding Academy roll down to the 32-yard line.
All right, guys, we got 1:13 left here. All right, Ben, Seth, what are we going to dial up?
What I think they'll do is they're gonna run some plays that will run some clock, but if they get some decent yardage out of it, if they get a first down pretty quickly, I think they'll go. I think they'll try to score. But and the other thing to remember is Harding Academy can't stop the clock. So
that's what I was going to say.
You can give it a go on first down or second down and run the ball on third down and chew up most of what's left. So as explosive as we have been, I would not be surprised to see the Leopards give a shot, especially since we've got one-on-one coverage on the outside.
Yep.
I believe that's Cagle. It's going to be Dupree taking the snap, looking to run off left, now cuts back to the right. Lowers his shoulder, gets over the 40, down to the 41-yard line. Looks like he picked up 9 there on first down.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 timeouts. I would like to run up and try to snap this thing quick, try to get a quick first down. Still have 45 seconds to try to make some magic happen.
2nd and 1. 49 seconds and ticking. Dupree takes the snap looking to run. He's going to have enough for the first down.
That's the first down. Clock will stop.
Down to the 45-yard line.
You know, you feel like J.D. and Lance are just kind of probing it.
Wow. They got that clock started pretty quickly.
Yeah, 37 and ticking here.
We take a shot right here.
Yeah, well, Harding's got safety help now.
Yeah.
27 seconds. Malvern going to take a timeout.
Yeah,
don't think they were anticipating the safety coming over the top.
And I don't think they were, most high schools don't get that clock going that quickly on the first down.
You know, on the other side of that guy's been sitting up there since 10
yes.
since noon. It's like, if I can, I'm
he's
ready
thinking,
to go home.
I still got Booneville and Charleston to go after this.
Yeah, if it's Simmons, I've already missed supper.
Oh, yeah, 12:10 kickoff time, and it's almost 5 o'clock, and we're still not at halftime. 25 seconds left till halftime. Malvern having to use a timeout there. We'll have 1 left.
Where would you rather be, boy?
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line.
I'm more. Rick wants to know where we'd rather be. I can't think of any place. I mean, nowhere.
Carradine split to one side. Cagle split to the other. Janelle going to be the up back off the left. Simmons takes the snap. Fake the give to Dupree. Looking for
here.
Carradine. Almost intercepted.
Yeah. Didn't quite get it up there to him.
21 seconds left on the clock.
The clock's running. Doesn't stop on an incomplete pass inside of what?
No, it stopped.
No, it stops.
I think you're looking at the play clock.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the play clock.
Yeah, 21 seconds on the game clock. 2nd and 10. Looks like they got safety help over the top of both. Give is going to be to Dupree. He's going to break free.
There you go. It's a race.
He's at the 30,
it's a
35. Tries to get miss. 15, 10, 5.
He did that, baby! Dupree! Super deuce! Wow.
You take away the pass, Dupree takes away your soul.
Wow. What a kid.
Oh, my goodness.
What a football player. Here's a replay. We can watch it. I mean, and he struggles a little, then he gets his stride going, cuts to the outside, and wasn't going to be denied.
And something we don't see out of him a lot is a juke. He juked a guy. We're like, that's not on film.
He said, wait, I got to score now.
Extra point, guys. It is good. Leopards leading in this one, 43-32, 11 seconds left in the first half.
Wow.
And Malvern won the toss and deferred, gets the ball to start the second half, which I'm going to go ahead and go on a little limb and say, guys,
what?
We need to have the hands team out to start the second half.
That's one way to negate a kicker for that's committed to Mississippi State.
Well, it's just one of those deals in a game where there's only been 2 punts. It would not shock me if they come out and try to flip the script. But first, let's get through this 11 seconds right here.
Jalen's got 209 yards on the ground first half.
Jalen Dupree, 209 yards on the ground right now.
In the first half.
Angel Perez tees it up for the Leopards.
Not only that, and it's a very short list. It's another 200-yard game for Jalen.
Kick is away. High kick. Going to land right at the 20. Looks like he fair caught it. 21-yard line, maybe 22. No timeouts for Harding Academy. Malvern just cannot let anybody get deeper than the deepest. Got to be sure tackles. Nothing can squirt here. Let's get to halftime with an 11-point lead. And if you're Harding, you're also thinking, hey, if we can get a big chunk and out of bounds, we got a kicker who can do something.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And
they're going to take a knee.
According to the Arkansas Activities Association, top 10 all-time rushers in the state of Arkansas, Dupree is about 67 yards away or so from cracking the top 10 all-time single season in the state of Arkansas.
It's halftime here at War Memorial. Leopards leading in this one 43-32. We'll be back after some words from our sponsors.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
As we get ready to kick off the second half. Again, Leopards leading 43-32. See Caradine, the younger Janelle, Emart, the older Janelle, and Tyler Golden with Simmons up there as well. As Malvern's ready for whatever they may bring. They are going to kick it deep. Going to go into the end zone for yet another touchback. Malvern starts 1st and 10 from the 20.
And we kind of had that, we had that long delay, 3-hour delay. We saw momentum switch, right? Harding had just got a big touchdown. They were kind of getting hype. Ding dong, lightning. Everybody goes inside for 3 hours, and the Leopards come back, score a touchdown. They kind of had some momentum, and, I mean, look at the score now. So, halftime, everything mellows out.
It does.
So, who grabs the momentum in the first part of the second half? That's going to be an important question. Love to see the answer to that.
Timeout. Leopards called timeout. Something couldn't get lined up, and play clock was running down, wasn't it, Steve?
Yep, that early timeout, definitely one that coaching staff is going to be frustrated about. You don't want to have to take one there, but also very important that you get started on the right foot to begin the second half. So not the worst thing in the world. You just got to go out and execute afterwards.
Well, you certainly, as a running football team or a team that likes to establish the run, and, you know, we use the run to set up the pass. We use those runs to set up those deep pass plays. It's easier to do that at 1st and 10 than 1st and 15, because when you start behind the sticks,
yeah,
you know, I mean, a 5-yard gain when you're 1st and 10 gives you 2nd and 5 as opposed to 2nd and 10. So big difference with that. So you don't want to take a penalty for sure, especially to start a half.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Simmons shifts out of the way. Will be Dupree taking the snap off the right side. Now cuts
Another
it up
hole.
with some room. He's going to be up over the 30, 35, trying to make a man miss. Now just going to step out around the 38-yard line.
That was man-oh-man. That's number 10 for the Wildcats on number 2 for the Leopards. And Dupree just continue adding to his yardage.
So that'll make it 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Cagle split out to the left. Janelle going to be the up back on the left as well. Dupree going to be to the left of Simmons. Well, now going to be directly behind Simmons. Simmons shifts out of the way. Dupree takes the snap, looking to run off the left side. Not a lot there.
He missed his hole.
He's going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Looked like Dupree was kind of confused about what was going on there.
Yeah, looked like he would thought about wanting to go inside, looked and saw something he didn't like, and took a little bit to the outside, and a rare stop for 0 yardage by the Wildcats on Jalen Dupree.
And for all you record keepers out there that like to see placements on the list, Dupree's about 30 yards away, 30 or 40 yards away from breaking into the top 10 all-time in the state of Arkansas for single-season rushing.
Fake the give to Dupree, looking to throw.
Who overthrew him?
Just out of the reach of Carradine, incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Carradine had a step on him and said put just a little bit too much juice on that one.
Pretty good coverage. Did a really good job, the Harding corner did, of pushing Dylon up against that sideline. And, of course, then as a wide receiver, you got to be careful about not stepping out of bounds on your own.
Yeah.
Going to be twins to the left, split right. Janelle going to be the up back off the right. 3rd and 10 from the 38. Simmons looking to throw.
Ooh.
Out towards Cagle, incomplete.
Yeah.
So Harding Academy comes out desperately needing a stop, and looks like they're going to get it.
Couple of not typical said passes here to start the first series in the second half, and we know he'll fix that.
It's going to be Kyler Hoover back to receive for the Wildcats. Said Simmons on to punt for the Leopards. Good snap. Punt is away. Lands at the 35, takes a Malvern roll.
Oh, wow. Wow. That turned out pretty good.
Over the 15 down to the 14-yard line, and Harding Academy will take over from there. Let's see what those defensive adjustments can do.
Yeah. Well, you know, Coach Brumfield, you know, and his staff, we know from experience and watching him all the, the last 3 years, that he's going to make some adjustments. And we'll see what the adjustments that the Wildcats have done.
Going to throw out to Hoover. He's got it complete. So he's going to get up to near the 20-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on first down.
A lot better job of coverage, and I know it was 6 yards, but still a lot better job of coverage and tackling on that one too.
Bring up 2nd and 4 from the 20. Twins right, twins left. Fake the give. Now Miller looking to throw.
Holding out
he's
there.
Flustered, and he's holding on. He's going to bring him down. Forrest Landry sacks him back at the 5.
That is a huge play.
Not only that, they missed a hold out there on the left side, and I couldn't see who it was, but that's what I was saying, holding. Anyway.
A great job of Forrest Landry to hold on. I mean, we've had him in our grasp several times, and, kind of like a snake, he's been able to slither out that time. Landry's kind of hooked onto that ankle and held on for dear life.
3rd and 21. Miller rolling.
Got him
again. Can we hang on to him? We do.
Wow.
Dropped him in the backfield again.
Well, you know what's happened is we've dialed our defensive lineup on this first series to really go. I mean, we're putting pressure on them more than we did the first half, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, we talked about some of the adjustments. That's not much of an adjustment. That's just Coach Brumfield getting in their grill and saying, you guys have got to get onto that. If you get your hands on the quarterback, you got to get him on the ground. Had several opportunities in the first half. They weren't able to do it. This time, the defensive line's able to bring him to the ground.
Akir Smith makes the play for the Leopards. Wilby Ferry back to receive. Has to jump up, but does make the catch. Punt away. Better punt this time. Going to be fair caught. But no. Drops it. Tries to dive back on it. I believe he does get back on it at the 40.
One of the things I was afraid of when you have an SEC caliber punter, that ball's higher.
Yes.
The hang time's longer.
Yeah.
And then we've got some swirling. The wind's not so bad right now.
It's a different,
but it is different catching a college
it
punt than it is a high school punt. And that's something we have not seen a lot of this year. And one of the things I worried about, if you got a guy that can kick it up into the lights, and you're sitting there having to judge it, it's kind of like when you get to high school baseball for the first time and you catch one of those big, tall pop-ups as opposed to the little, Junior Babe Ruth pop-ups you're accustomed to.
First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Simmons takes a snap, gives to Dupree. He's going to fight forward down to the 44-yard line. Going to pick up around 5 on first down.
One thing I will say about the Leopards is they have controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The defensive line has won their battles, at least against the offensive linemen. We've kind of missed some guys once we had a chance to bring down ball carriers, and the offensive line has gotten a push today. So, you wonder if we can just power run our way through and finish this half.
Looks like Dupree shifts out of the way. Simmons takes the snap. Simmons looking to run this time off the left side. He breaks the first tackle, now gets to the outside. He's up over the 35, going to run out near the 30-yard line. Big run by Simmons.
That's another one play by our dual ISO player, Simmons. Really did a good job. Jalen did a good block on him, but the sight and the watching the field, Ben, that just shows what Sid can do.
It is. You just love everything about that play because you have the threat of snapping it directly to Dupree, but then he slides out of the way, and then he becomes a 206-pound lead blocker for you.
Yeah.
And what we also do out of that is sometimes the guy will slide one direction and the linebackers go with him, and then the guy will actually the whoever takes the snap will actually go to the opposite side. So you've got linebackers moving in one direction, and the guy that takes the snap will go the other.
Simmons takes the snap, fakes the give to Dupree, now looking to run off the right side. He's going to slide down at the 30-yard line. Actually going to mark him back at the 29 where he starts the slide.
That was actually a bit of a variant of that. We had Dupree slide left. We faked the pitch to him and then said goes to the right, trying to get as much flow from those secondary guys and those linebackers going to the left as possible. But we ran right into Levi Mercer, who is one of the best defensive ends in the state. We've been running opposite of him pretty much all night.
Yeah.
2nd and 11. Simmons going to shift out of the way. Dupree takes the snap, running off the left side. Gets forward up to, looks like around the 27-yard line. Going to bring up around a 3rd and 7.
Well, the playbook's open, Ben and Seth. We're obviously in 4-down territory. I would say, obviously, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, we're not gonna punt it, and I don't think we're going to be kicking any 45-yard field goals. So I would say that this is 2-down territory. You can run it if you feel like you got numbers. You can run it, or you can definitely throw it on 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Will be twins left. Looks like Dupree takes the snap, running off the left side again.
Got some room.
Got some room this time. He may go.
He may go again.
10, 5. He's going to run out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
First down, Malvern.
The offensive line has just done an amazing job tonight. I know the numbers are going to go to the running back and they're going to go to the quarterback, but that offensive line they've pushed the line of scrimmage backwards and done just an amazing job, really, of giving the ball carriers options.
Yeah.
There's really holes inside or outside, and the backs have kind of had their choice, their pick of the litter.
1st and goal from the 5. Dupree takes the snap. He's going to get forward up to around the 2-yard line, 2 or 3-yard line. We'll see where the spot is.
We're at 6:47 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Leopards leading this one 43-32 inside the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal, threatening again.
2nd and goal. We're going to call it on the 3-yard line. Leopards in a power formation.
Leopards have really had a lot of success running off tackle. You wonder if they might go off tackle here again.
Dupree takes the snap,
That's
running
it.
left.
That's it.
He's got
He
room.
got it.
Touchdown, Malvern. Touchdown, Jalen Dupree.
Super Deuce strikes again. I'm just, I tell you what, we couldn't have picked two better. The only people we could have picked better for our ISO players would have been the defensive line and the offensive line. The linebackers, the whiteouts.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, Ron, I think you're saying we should have picked Malvern.
I think we should have picked the Leopards. It's really nice to watch these replays on this big screen too, isn't it?
That's kind of fun. Ozzie Martinez on to attempt the extra point. Hold by Dylon Carradine. Good snap, good hold. Kick is blocked, but it's still going to have enough. It's good. I thought it got tipped. I don't know if it did or not.
I don't know whether it limped through or not. And I think it got through.
Yeah, that's right. 6:16 left here in the third quarter. Leopards lead at 50-32. We'll be back after this.
Red River Dodge of Malvern is thrilled to support the Leopards on the gridiron this season. Make sure you rush over to malverndodge.com to check out all the rebates on our new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams. We can't wait to support these guys all season. They work so hard all year long to represent our community on and off the field. Help us cheer on the team tonight. Go Leopards!
Good, bro? I mean, you all right, Chief? You all right, Chief?
Uh-oh. malverndodge.com. Go Leopards!
Orange Outdoor is ready to serve your outdoor needs at both their Hot Springs and Malvern locations. Orange carries the #1 tractor brand in the world, Mahindra, as well as tractors by Coyote, John Deere, Kubota, LT, and Massey Ferguson. For your residential lawn needs, Orange carries zero-turn mowers by Hustler and Spartan. Horn also carries a full line of outdoor power tools. For all of your outdoor needs, visit Horns at 3505 North Highway 171 in Malvern or at 3034 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Welcome you back here to War Memorial. Leopards leading in this one 50-32 with 6:16 left here in the third quarter.
Angel Perez to kick off for Malvern.
Angel Perez going to tee the ball up for the Leopards. Kyler Hoover and Isaac Baker back deep to receive for the Wildcats.
Angel actually put one in the end zone last time. Got a little wind to his back, not much now.
This one's going to be a high kick.
That one's going to be out of bounds.
That's going towards the cheerleader.
That's one way to make sure they don't return it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up too much momentum.
Yeah, they're going to take over at the 35 now. Great job last series by that defensive line, getting back in the backfield and wreaking havoc. Akir Smith and Forrest Landreth both with two big plays.
Leonard Leach is just being Leonard Leach out there playing the way Leonard Leach plays, and like you say.
Angel guard number 2. Slot back.
Twins to each side. Going to be Griffin to the right of Miller. Fakes the give to him. Miller looking to throw. Got a man out there. Hoover goes up and makes the catch at the 46-yard line. If you kind of watch Miller there, though, those feet were shuffling a little bit more. I wonder if that pressure is kind of getting to his mind a little bit.
If we keep it's really, we have to remember he's a sophomore. I know he's a really, really good one, but he's still a sophomore. Maybe we can rattle him a little bit.
1st and 10 from the 46. Going to be quads left, split right. Miller takes the snap, looking to throw. Stick route, complete. He runs backwards, thankfully.
I believe they were trying to do something else on that one, guys.
He's going to pick up 4 there. I don't really know what else he could have done unless he was going to pitch it to Miller right back out there. He was alone by out there. He kind of almost looked like a hook and ladder thing.
That's what I was thinking.
There was no one to ladder to.
I was looking for the ladder is what I was looking for.
Trips left, Twins right. Miller takes a snap, rolling to his right. Got a man out there complete. Out of bounds just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll be Landon Cope.
And one of the things we haven't seen out of Harding Academy that they do a lot of, or they do use some trick plays. You know, the double passes and stuff like that, flea flickers. We haven't seen that yet. Down 18, you wonder when they might pull one out of their hat.
3rd and 2, Miller sets up on the screen. Forrest Landreth all over it.
I bet Forrest liked to have that one again. That was one you could have grabbed or whatever. Nonetheless, we got 4th and about 1.5 yards, and obviously we're going to call it 2. Big stop here, hopefully for the Leopards.
4th and 2 from the 46-yard line.
We don't run a lot of press coverage. You wonder if this is one where we might do it.
Yeah.
Because if you give them 5 yards, they're going to get an easy first down.
Yeah, that's true.
Trips left, split right. Griffin to the left of Miller.
And we are showing a little cushion.
Yeah.
Miller takes the snap, looking to throw.
Yep.
Stick route out complete to Coke. He's going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, that's just one of those. It's practically impossible because he knew he was going to throw the ball where it's going to when he got it in his hands, and the receiver was right there to receive it.
Going to be trips right, Twins left. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Miller alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw.
Looking for 2.
Got some time now, starting to run out of it. Just going to air it up. He's got Griffin out there
Wow.
for no gain. Eric Clegg comes up and makes the tackle.
Well, once again, pressure on that quarterback, and I don't care what you say or not. It's got to be a concern for him yet.
What I really like about the pressure that we're giving, it's primarily just out of those four guys up front.
Yes, it is. That front
they do
four.
a really good job of breaking down and not allowing him to juke and jive around them.
Miller trying to run with it.
There it is
running
again.
Out of time. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
That was an excellent stunt.
Keir Smith.
Well, Leonard Leach, pulled out and looped around, and I don't know whether it confused him or what, but it was really, really a good play by the defensive line.
And here you don't mind 5-yard, cushion. They get 5 yards, it puts them in 4th and 10,
Yeah.
and you give them another 5 yards on 4th and 10. What you want to make sure you do is tackle. You have to tackle when the receiver catches the football.
3rd and 14. Miller rolling out to his left, running out of time.
They got him.
Landers, the ball's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. There you go. Yeah.
Bounced
he bounced
in there. Coke tries to make a claim for it, but it clearly bounced.
It clearly bounced.
Landreth was all over Miller, forcing the throw early.
4th down. Okay, what do you? Yeah.
They're wide out. They're number 2. They're streaking down the sideline wide.
It's going to be 4th and 14.
I really could not be more impressed with how the defensive line has responded in this second half. We had been getting pressure in the first half, but they have really done an amazing job in the second half of actually getting to the quarterback, and once they get there, putting a hit on him, making him feel some pressure, and I think Owen Miller is feeling it a little bit right now.
Yeah, we're at right at 4 minutes left here in the third quarter, and Wildcats, they're going to review it. It'll hit the ground. We saw it from here.
They are going to go over and take a look at it. One of the different things we have here in a state championship game, the ability to review it. If it is incomplete, Wildcats will be facing a 4th and 14 from the 46.
I wish they'd review some of those holdings that they didn't call.
Or that possible fumble
Or
earlier.
that fumble, yeah.
The quarterback was running for his life, but number 2 was wide open, streaking down this side.
Also wish we would get to watch the replays they're watching.
Yeah.
But unfortunately don't get to do that.
That replay is not conclusive.
Is this Landon Justin? He needed replay official opinion? Thank you.
Taking a good long look at it.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be indisputable video evidence, as they say, that ball did not bounce. And from our angle, and we're looking pretty much dead at it. It looked like it bounced.
Yeah, gosh, yeah.
Forrest Landreth all over Miller right there, forcing the throw.
And this looks like the SEC as long as they're taking. Come on, guys.
And the difference is it takes it from 4th and 14 to probably 4th and half a yard.
Yeah.
I think he would have been just short of the first down.
Wow. Come on. This is.
So we'll see.
Well,
I tell you, it must be a lot closer than what we think it is if it's taking them this long.
Here's going to be the call.
Generally speaking, if it takes that long, it's not conclusive.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're walking up, Ben.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh, and they're going to – I thought the ball was short of the first down.
I tell you what, here's one thing I don't like. You play all year without review.
Wow.
And then you have it in the championship game, which,
Well,
I mean, it can go your way, but it just – if you're not used to it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I would like to see the replay, though.
I mean, the guy over here, the side judge over there right on top of it, called it.
Trips left, Twins right. Miller looking to take off. He's got some room. He's going to get up over the 20, and he's going to be slung down right at the 10-yard line. That was a huge call in the ball game, and you just kind of can't help but feel like we didn't get the benefit of that one. I would have liked to have seen a video replay that showed clearly that he caught that.
Yeah.
Miller rolling to his left, looking to run again. Romier going to get out there and sling him down. May make him think twice about running the ball.
Well, there's no question right now the Leopards are winning the physicality game, and most of the time,
okay, here comes.
Not always, but most of the time, the most physical team comes out the victor.
Yeah, 10's come in at tailback, so we expect to see him.
Wyatt Simmons
And
on the second.
Looks like the Leopards countered with Big Vinny Winters at defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Pitch out to him.
Hello, Angel Perez.
Angel Perez going to be dropped at the 10 for a loss. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 10.
Yeah.
Simmons is their best linebacker. I would say Angel may be our best linebacker, and they just went nose to nose right at the 10-yard line, and Perez won the battle.
Boy, I tell you what, though, you got Perez and Romero. That's a dynamic duo.
3rd and goal from the 10. Harding Academy has twins to each side. Griffin to the left of Miller.
Interesting matchup. We got Dupree matched up man-to-man on an inside slot receiver.
Now to the right of
Now
Miller.
he's blitzing.
Miller rolling right. He's running out of time quickly.
They got him.
Jalen Dupree has got him.
Jalen Dupree comes in, play a little defense, and negates the bad call.
You've got one of the best running backs in the state, so he's going to track you down a little faster than a lot of guys coming off the edge. Came in on a flat blitz, gave a great look. Looked like he was going to be man-to-man coverage on that slot receiver. Instead, he comes hard off a blitz, and the quarterback never saw him.
It's going to be 4th and goal from the 20-yard line. Looks like Ferry is going to come on to attempt the field goal. Clock nearing under 2 minutes for the 3rd quarter. Good snap, good hold. Field goal kick is away.
And he missed
No
it.
good.
He missed it.
Missed it to the right.
Yeah, Ferry can't believe it.
Huge stop for the Leopard defense.
Big stop for the Leopards. 2 minutes, let's just call it 2 minutes left in this. And not the big thing, guys, we've kept this bunch from Harding Academy from scoring so far in the 3rd quarter, and that's huge. And the Leopards have added one on and just made a big stop, overcome a questionable. Thank you. One of those bad calls.
I got your back, Ron McNamara.
One of those bad calls, little buddy. Anyway, here we go.
Well, the biggest difference really has been the tackling. They've been in position a lot in the first half. The biggest difference is the Leopards are tackling much better in the second half.
1st and 10 from the 20. Simmons shifts out of the way. Will be Dupree taking the snap. He's going to get out to the outside. Going to run out of bounds after a gain of, we'll see where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah. Jalen was kind of just doing what Jalen does, waiting on his offensive line or his lineman out there to open a hole, and the Wildcat defense really did a good job on our left side and their right side of stretching him out.
Makes it 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line. Dante Cagle split out to the right. Junell going to be the up back off the left side. Dupree shifts out of the way. Simmons takes the snap, fakes the pitch out to Dupree, now looking to run. Looked like he had a little bit of room. It kind of ran away quickly.
Yeah.
Gets over the 25 down to the 26, makes it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 on 3rd and looks like a 3rd and long 4. This is one of those 3rd downs, you guys, we really need to go ahead and convert. Keep the ball in our hands along, obviously.
A lot of ways to get it. I mean, if they give you a look you like up front, you can run the football here. You can power run it if you feel like you've got the numbers.
Cagle split out to the right.
They're almost lined up off sides.
Look at the left.
3rd and 4. Give is to Dupree. He's going to have enough for the first down as he powers over the 30 down to the 34-yard line.
Once again, guys, they follow us over to our right and our left and their right. There wasn't anybody out there, Ben.
Well, you got a middle linebacker, Wyatt Simmons, who loves to make tackles, so you show him flow one way, and then you cut back and you give it to Dupree going back the other way. And you got Big Vinny Winters out there. You actually keep Janelle at home, and he's the lead blocker for you. And if you can get Simmons out of position, you're going to have a pretty good chance to pick up 5 or 6 yards.
1st and 10 for the Leopards from the 34-yard line. Simmons takes the snap looking to run off the right side. He's going to power forward up over the 40-yard line to the 41.
You know, that's we got 35 seconds on the one clock, 25 on the other. That may be do it.
Yeah, we may not want to run another play.
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
What a third quarter. This may be one of the better third quarters we put together, guys.
Defensively, offensively, I mean, it was a complete quarter.
But we've done it all through the playoffs. That's why we won 4 in a row in the playoffs.
We have been phenomenal in the second half.
Yes, we have.
In the playoffs this year. There's no question.
That'll do it for the third quarter. Leopards leading in this one 50-32. We'll be back to bring you the final quarter of 4A high school football this year after this.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
Welcome you back here to War Memorial Stadium. State championship game.
Yeah.
Leopards leading this one 50-32. 12 minutes away from glory. Just got an update on Jalen Dupree's number. 275 yards rushing so far in this ball game.
You know, and if he picks it up, there's and then Coach Plumley went over it. There's a very, very short list of people that's put together multiple 300-yard games.
Well, that puts him at 28-16 for the year. And if you're curious, Madre Hill's record for Malvern is 28-63. So if he can manage to sneak away and find another 50 yards, he'll be the all-time single-season leading rusher at Malvern. And he is already then broken into the top 10 all-time in the state of Arkansas single season. So just really an unbelievable, incredible single-season performance from Jalen Dupree.
Yeah, it's going to be, this is 12 minutes. This is, 12 minutes for the Leopards to define themselves. It's 12 minutes for them to get them an opportunity to write themselves. They're in the history books now, but, you need to put it in capital letters, guys.
One of only 3 teams to get to this position in the history of Malvern Leopard football, and there's been a lot of great teams.
Oh, yes.
But only one of 3 to manage to get here and have a chance to be one of only 2.
Well, you can't
to walk away state champions.
You can't start thinking it's over. You got to finish. This game is not over until 000.
Well, that's why I say a chance. They have put themselves in position.
They've walked their safeties up too, guys.
Simmons shifts out of the way. It will be Dupree taking the snap, looking to run. Powers forward up to, I believe, the 43-yard line. That'll make him 1 yard short of the first down, make it 3rd and 1.
And I have a feeling that this next play is not going to have a handoff or a pass. I think that whoever takes the snap, whether it's number 2 or number 3, I think is going to be the likely person to carry the ball and just try to power forward for a first down. Because now if you're the Leopards, you are satisfied to run clock.
Yeah. Janelle back there looks like he may be the lead blocker again.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be Simmons on the carry. He gets to the outside. He's at the 45, makes a man miss, now cuts back in. Simmons, he may score. He's
go.
at the 35-30, 25-20, 15,
Simmons.
10. Cedric Simmons, touchdown, Malvern.
All right. He may be cramped up.
I hope it's a cramp.
Yeah, they're working on him. They're working on his leg right there. Looks like he well, that puts it to 56-32 on the rerun. And I tell you, Cedric,
What a run.
What a run.
It was an incredible run. Great job by the offensive line to give him the first five.
What happens when he goes down. He's okay.
Everything else was said.
He's okay,
Simmons after that.
He got cramped up right there and grabbed his hamstring.
Simmons playing both ways tonight the majority of the game, something he has not done all year.
Okay, let's see.
He's up.
He's up.
Get that man some Gatorade.
Yeah.
Pickle juice.
Get those
pickle juice.
Get those fluids in there. Electrolytes.
11:07 left in the ball game. Oziel Martinez on to attempt the extra point for the Leopards. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away.
He's good.
Oh, and Martinez is down.
He was hit.
I didn't see. Did they run into him, I guess?
Yeah, 51.
That makes it Malvern 57, Harding Academy 32. 11 minutes left.
He got up pretty quickly, so I don't know. Maybe I know he watches a lot of soccer, so maybe he he did one of those soccer falls where you're not really hurt, but you act like you got to go to the emergency room.
And he wants a yellow card? Is that what he wants? A yellow card?
What are y'all trying to say to me?
I'm trying to say that a lot of soccer players pretend to be hurt when they're not hurt.
4-score lead.
Yeah.
Steve at the highest levels. I'm not saying it's true at the high school.
Yeah, and
not the high school levels, the highest levels.
Yeah. The Wildcats facing here in the fourth quarter. It's a 4-score lead for them.
Score, and what was it?
4 scores to catch
years
up.
Ago.
Yeah, that's to even have a chance.
Or is it? Well,
are you asking about the
93?
Oh my God!
That was more than 19. 29 years ago.
29.
Perez kick going to be high, fair caught at the 25-yard line.
Wow.
You know, I'll tell you what.
Surprised he fair caught that.
If we can get our defense to do one more like they've done the last two, I mean, I'll feel a whole lot better.
Well, there's two ways to win this thing now. You can get stops, or you can chew up clock when you've got the football. Both are acceptable ways to do this.
Or you can do both.
Yeah, both is ideal. Both is ideal.
First and 10 from the 25-yard line for Harding Academy.
89 points in the game. It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
Twins to each side. Griffin to the right of Miller. Brings a man in motion. Fakes the give. Miller looking to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Got a man out there complete. Going to be pushed out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
And right now, you can tell the Leopards are just trying not to give up the big play.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to provide some cushion. Harding Academy probably is going to drive down the field a little bit at a time. Malvern's just trying to prevent the big one.
And they're using the sideline too.
Yep. Out route.
We did.
Malvern may have not got a sub off. We do have a flag down. We certainly weren't lined up at the start of that play.
Davion was running off in front of the receiver as the ball was being snapped.
If you just joined us, which you may have, it's 10 minutes and 54 seconds left in this ball game. The Leopards are up 57-32.
If you just joined us, you're anticipating this being the Charleston Boonville game.
Yeah. If you're showing up for the Charleston Boonville game, we're still got the Leopards and the Harding Academy Wildcats going. Let's make up our minds out here, officials. Let's get this going.
They will accept the penalty, 12 men on the field, so that'll make it
First
and 5.
First and 5, yeah. They still have second down up, though. But I'm pretty sure that was first down, wasn't it?
Unless they declined it and took the yardage. Miller rolling to his left.
Cutting up.
He's keeping his eyes downfield, trying to throw. Now he just runs out of time and runs out of bounds. No, he was not out of bounds yet.
No. Yeah.
You just can't do that.
No. Yeah, because that's a mistake. This point in the ball game and whatever.
It's going to cost the Leopards 15 there. It was still borderline. I mean, he was barely out of bounds.
Yeah, and pretty good coverage by the Leopards downfield because he was looking to find somebody and couldn't find anybody.
Oh, they said he was pushed in by an opponent. So.
All right.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
And really, it would have been a tough call for me anyway because he has made us look silly, and so these linebackers are kind of dialed in. I mean, he can cut. You know that, he's not out of bounds until he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 6. Miller looking like he might run. Now he's just
got him
get
again.
Sacked.
Jalen Dupree. What could Dupree not do?
The deuce is loose.
The deuce is loose. Super deuce. Fourth down. I see no sign of their kicker.
No, they're down 25 points. They're running out of opportunities. You got to protect midfield. You got to protect the 50-yard line.
4th and 14. Miller takes the snap.
Here they come. Here they come.
He's
they got
flustered.
him.
He steps up in the pocket, trying to keep his eyes downfield. Janelle giving chase. He airs it out.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Incomplete. Leopards are going to take over on downs.
Boy, he took a lick too. There, this sophomore's
Janelle was all over him.
Yeah, sophomore's getting a. And he'll be better for it. I'd take him next year. Put it. Can we transfer number 6 to Malvern next year? I'll take him.
Well, you can tell that this is a level of physicality that I don't think Harding Academy has seen this year.
But it's true, Ben. It's 7-4A. I mean, and we live it. We live it every year.
I mean, they've faced a lot of running teams, but I don't know that they face an offensive line or a defensive line that's as big, strong, powerful, athletic as what they're seeing tonight.
10 minutes left in this one. Dupree takes the snap, looking to run off the left side. He almost gets loose again. He's up over the 30, down to the 29. Going to make it 2nd and 3.
You just want to hold on to the football, use all that clock.
Yeah. And
first downs are a premium. Just don't turn the ball over.
You can't be happier for anybody out there than you can Simmons because, if anybody listens to his halftime and what I've talked to him, you got to just love this kid.
2nd and 3. Dupree takes the snap, running off the right side. Now reverses course, gets to the outside. Breaks the tackle, slides down at the 20-yard line. We'll have enough for the first down.
He didn't want to go out of bounds.
Smart play.
Smart, savvy play.
Yeah. This kid's a junior.
He said, I don't care about records, Ben. I care about championships.
And we watched him, and we ranted and raved about him last year as a sophomore, and my gosh, we got another year with him.
9 minutes and counting left in this one. Leopards driving. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line, using up as much clock as they can.
I think more people from Malvern showed up.
Yeah, we've had some Malvern people show up. Yeah.
Simmons takes the snap. Give to Dupree.
There's
up
that counter.
The 20, 15. He's going to slide down again to stay in bounds. You're going to pick up, looks like 7 there, make it 2nd and 3 again. Easily could have had the first down there, but he's just trying to run the clock a little bit.
You can tell what's important to these kids, and that's the right to be called state champions.
One more carry by Dupree. He's sitting on 298 yards, so he's going to end up with probably another 300-yarder. And I wish I could remember how many, because Coach Plumley has all that list of the 200s and 300-yard runs and everything. I mean, games.
2nd and 3. Simmons takes the snap, looking to run. He's now going to cut it up, fall forward.
Going to be real. No,
right there at the line of scrimmage. Going to make it 3rd and 3. Third and 3, 7:44 and counting.
I was just getting ready to say that. Are we staring at the ball game or the clock?
I'm staring at everything. My head's moving around.
Your head's on a swivel. I'm telling you what says that he had his head's on a swivel. Ball game clock. Ball game clock.
3rd and 3. Power formation. Simmons in front of Dupree. Shifts out of the way. Will be Dupree taking the snap. He's looking to get to the outside. He's going to get up to the 10.
You got
down
to the 9.
That's going to be a 1st and goal situation for the Leopards, and he's saying he slid down in bounds.
That's 300 yards too, guys.
And they're running the clock.
Okay, that's. Yeah, I tell you, I don't know where the Malvern people were, but they did. You're right. Some of them may have came in.
Hey,
they may
Ron,
have.
credit to them for sitting out that 3.5 hour delay.
Well, some of them may have had to go to work and said, "Oh, the delay! I've got time to get there.
Yeah,
I'm off work at 4 o'clock. I think I can make it."
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Simmons takes the snap, fakes the pitch out to Dupree, makes the first man miss. Still going forward. Going to get up to the 8-yard line, pickup of 2 on first down. As the clock winds under 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be at 6 when we take the snap.
Leopards have scored 57 points, and I say that they've held Harding Academy to 32. And when I say held, I mean this is a very prolific offense. I mean, so if you hold them to 32. That's less than most teams do, right?
Oh, yeah. So, gosh, yeah.
Leopards just nursing that 25-point lead, trying to hold on to it for 6 more minutes.
Second and goal from the 8. Dupree takes the snap. Trying to get upfield, not a lot there. Looks like he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Makes it 3rd and goal.
You know the way they're sucked up. We may see a short pass here. Where's Janelle?
He's out there. 5.5 minutes left in this one. Leopards leading 57-32.
Now he's still staying at the H-back. Boy, they just use that kid as a blocker and use him for everything.
Simmons takes the snap. Counter to Dupree. Almost lost it, but able to re-carry it. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Malvern.
Touchdown, Malvern. Boy, when you need something, who do you call?
I call.
Oh, my goodness.
The Deuce.
The Deuce. Super Deuce.
Now he looks to be a little crampy.
And the kid's got to be tired. He won't tell you that. I'll talk to him tonight or tomorrow, and he'll tell me he never got tired.
Oziel Martinez on to attempt the extra point.
Wow. Leopard has a chance to double them up here, and they did.
Kick is away. It's good.
The Leopards have doubled up. By that, I mean it's 64-32, and I'm feeling better, Rick Wilson. How you feeling, buddy? Steve, you feeling better? Mary Laverne, you all feeling better? I am too. We got 5 minutes and 15 seconds from hoisting it. Serious things can happen, but I'm starting to feel just a little bit confident, Seth. You reckon?
I am with you. I'm starting to get a little bit confident. I still want to see that clock hit 000.
I do too.
If you cart before the horse situation here, but if you are able to force another turnover on downs deep in their territory and punch it in again, not only is that 5-15, it gets cut in half.
That's right.
That is in play if the defense gets one more stop.
Yeah, get to stop. Mercy rule them in the state finals. That'd be cool.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this.
Okay, say it.
Let's
he said say it.
The elephant in the room, so to speak. Arkadelphia handed it to us. Harding Academy handed it to Arkadelphia. We're handing it to Harding Academy.
Yeah.
All things being equal, we're going to be the state championship. State champions. I think we can say we are undoubtedly the best team in 4A. Let's go ahead and put it out there.
I'm going to say something I told a couple of people a long time ago. In my heart, and I'll take this with me. We won the state championship in Warren. You'll never convince me anything different.
Oh, what a ball game that was.
Do what?
3 of the final 4 teams.
Yeah.
Well, I think we learned so much coming from behind and winning 3 weeks in a row. I think this team just had a confidence about them. It put them over the top to be the best team in 4A.
Jared Barber's moving around. Is he going off, or nope, he's out on the outside? We can move 16 around anywhere.
We only have 10 out there, don't we? Angel Perez, high kick, going to be fielded at the 19-yard line. Gets up over the 25.
Pretty good coverage
and
for just
runs
10 guys.
We had our 10-man coverage team out there, Rick.
Pretty good coverage for 10 guys.
And once again, the 32-yard line.
Actually, I think it's going to be the 30, I believe.
Oh, man. Okay, all right.
Oh, we should have been kicking with 10 the whole time.
I guess
apparently.
so.
We would have saved ourselves 2 yards all night.
I told you guys before the game, visitors, rain, underdog.
Yeah. Yeah,
It just felt like 1993 out here.
Yeah,
We're
it's
just
like
missing some AstroTurf. Twins to each side. Going to send the back in motion. Miller looking to throw.
Holding. There we go. Uh-oh. Janelle's loose.
He gets rid of it. Got his man at the 45-50. Breaks the tackle. Bring him down just short of the 40. Looks like they're going to give him the 40, even though I don't believe he would have made that.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
5 minutes left.
Defense laser focus back in.
Oh, no, he's at 41, no question.
Yeah.
Twins to each side. Having to run a receiver off late, which runs more clock. We'll take it. That looked like the back was moving forward. Griffin got some room. He's up over the 30. Going to be brought down at the 26-yard line.
Leopard, you know what? We need to go ahead, finish this thing off. I know we got 4 minutes and 37 seconds, but
and they can't let up. They can
no,
score.
you can't.
They
You
can
just
score quick.
Yeah.
Griffin on the run again. Breaks off the first tackle. He's going to be dropped at the, looks like, 21-yard line. Pick up a 5 on first down.
But with the last 2 plays being what they were, up the middle runs, you kind of feel like they've waved the white flag a little bit here.
Yeah.
Trying to get out of here. Their quarterback has taken a beating.
Twins to each side. Miller rolling to the right, looking to throw.
He's open.
He just
takes
gonna
another
run out
shot.
of bounds.
Oh, just. All right, we're.
Jalen tries to shake his hand, and
Well,
Miller wants no part of it.
I think Dupree was like, you're going out of bounds. Sorry, I wasn't trying to deliver an unwarranted shot.
We are at 4 minutes.
3rd and 4. Tunnel screen set up, complete. Up over the 15, down to the 13. Going to have enough for the first down for Harding Academy.
Okay, we
And
got a Leopard
somebody's
down.
Leopard down.
With 3:54, we've got a Leopard down, and one of our big guys.
I think it might be Leach. Looks like he might be cramping. They're working on stretching him out.
There's a lot of things that go into cramps. I mean, the air is real thick for one thing, so you're not getting nearly as much oxygen into your lungs when you take a breath. Air's heavy. You're wearing a lot more weight because your clothes get wet and soggy. I mean, everything's running against you. Everything's playing against you, working against your lungs and your muscles when you get these kind of conditions.
Yeah, he's that's Leach. He's getting off on the sideline, and
they've had to get loose 3 times today.
They have gotten loose to play 3 different times.
That's exactly right.
3:54 and counting. Winds the clock. Trips left, trends right. 1st and 10 from the 13. Screen out, complete. Going to be brought down right at the 10, maybe 9-yard line.
Once again, there's Mr. Jenkins, AD. What a great game he's played. What a game this whole defense has played.
2nd and 6 from the 9-yard line. Quads out to the right, split left. Miller alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolling right.
Little holding out there.
Looking to throw, running out of time. He stepped out of bounds. So it is going to go down as a sack. Akir Smith in his face.
Yes. Boy, I tell you what, he's really, they've all played, it's kind of hard, seriously, it's kind of hard to single out any of these defensive linemen.
Well, it'd be really hard to pick a player of the game. I mean, it could be Dupree. Obviously, when you run for 300 yards, that's an obvious choice.
It's Dupree and Simmons.
Ced played phenomenal. You could give it, to the defensive line group as a whole. I mean, it's just it has been a team effort win.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, this is
3rd and 14. Miller looking to throw, got
Wide
a man
open.
across the middle. Touchdown, Harding Academy.
okay,
3:07.
3:07. That's their first score in the second half, and just one of those routes that they got behind us and put it right on the money.
You're thinking to yourself now, if we can recover one onside kick,
Yeah.
you can run a lot of clock off. Ferry on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick away, and it's good. 3:07 left in this one. Leopards leading 64-39. I'm having too much fun to go to commercial, guys.
Yeah, we're going to get out there and we'll kind of see what their plan is. I'm 50-50 on the onside kick, Seth. I just I don't know.
You're going to onside kick it, Ron. You just scored. You're not just going to willingly walk into the night and say we gave up.
Well, I mean, I thought they did when they quit passing the ball going down the field, when they started running the ball on the inside.
That's not a message you send to your kids that you're giving up. You fight till the very end.
Okay. Let's see. He's laying it. No. I thought he laid it down sideways. All right, who we got up front? We got our good hands people up front.
Janelle,
Martin.
Golden, Dylon, Carradine, and Dupree.
Got one.
Ferry on to kick. He does
Okay.
kick it deep. Okay, you're
Okay,
right, Ron.
thank you.
You're right.
Onside kick is not in.
I would have bet the house.
I'd owned your house.
Well, you would have owned my house.
You would not have bet the house the second time.
No.
Because you would not have had the house to bet.
No.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, I've got to say this, and it's because I spent a little time with Ced yesterday morning. This is his team. This is what he wanted. He wanted his name to be thought of out there with Warford and that bunch. And seriously, he's only the second quarterback. Him and Brian Hawkins. And Hawkins to me has always been the man. And Ced is now. Ced could be the greatest ever.
1st and 10 from the 20. Dupree running off the right side. He's going to slide just to stay in bounds. May have lost a yard. Back to the 19.
What Sid did in the interview this week on Channel 7, I think it was.
Yeah.
I was impressed when he said that the city of Malvern needs something.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We've had a lot of sadness with this right here.
And that interview that Rick is referencing is talking about these players playing for their former teammate, classmate, and friend, Jalen Ross, who we lost too soon. And also, just all the loss we've had with the loss of Ken Williams, our longtime band director. Simmons said Malvern needs something, and they've provided so far. Dupree takes the snap. Not a lot there. He's going to lose yardage back to the 15-yard line.
He's going to take himself under 300.
Again, I don't think he cares about stats. I think he cares about championships.
Yeah.
I think Deuce may be done for the night.
Deuce is done, guys. What a performance.
What a performance not for tonight and for the year.
Yeah, and offensively and defensively.
150 and counting left in this one. Leopards facing a 3rd and 14. Going to let it run all the way down is Simmons. He takes the snap. Give is to Clegg. Clegg going to lose yardage back to the 11-yard line. Clock under 1:30.
4th down and
can run it under a minute here.
Probably run it under a minute and take the timeout, run it out as far as you can, and leave them with, 52, 53 seconds left, something like that?
Sure, I won't do the math, but I'll trust you.
It's going to be about 155, 153, somewhere in there.
I will tell you this.
53.
I had somebody.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that too.
I had a coach, the coach tell me one of two things was going to happen. Malvern was going to run them away, or it was going to be close down at the end. And
We are 53 seconds away from our second state championship. Both of them ironically won as the visiting team in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, I mean, you did it coming from not the number one seed.
Yeah.
Not finishing number one in the conference. So both years we've won the state championship. We will not have won the conference that year. And Malvern has a ton of conference championships. And some great teams. And it just goes to show you it's not enough to be a great team to win this. There's several great teams in the state, but you got to have the ball bounce your way a few times. You got to – sometimes it's matchups. Sometimes it's just a number of different things. Sometimes you just get the wrong injury at the wrong time. This team held it together. More or less have been healthy all year.
Yeah.
And that's been a big, big part.
Well, that and we did lose, we had some kids that really stepped up and
Simmons punched the ball away. It's going to land at the 45, take a Malvern bounce. Don't touch it. Let it roll. Going to be downed at the 42-yard line by Talon Accord. 43 seconds left in this one.
Look, he just pointed at Angel Perez, don't touch it.
He said, you let the clock run.
You let the clock run. Yeah.
Easy there.
We'll see. I would imagine Harding Academy may let some of their younger kids out here in this series, you reckon? But yeah, like Steve Laverne said, looked like we get. Well, no.
I think you got the seniors out there.
Yeah, probably so.
Harding Academy comes out 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line, twins to each side. Miller takes the snap. Give is to Griffin up the middle. Thank you, sir. Not a lot there. We just have been handed the MVP for the ball game will be Jalen Dupree. 35 carries, 287 yards, 4 touchdowns, 8.2 yards per rush, second most yards in championship game history. 1 catch for 19 yards and a touchdown. And on defense, 5 tackles and 2 sacks.
Okay. Harding is not run a play.
And that's going to be
That's it.
Well, Malvern, you needed something big. You got it. Your Leopards are state champions again. Go crazy, Malvern.
And I just, I love what our players are doing. Our players are going over to the Harding Academy players and consoling them, and we're celebrating and being a good, dignified winner at the same time, and that's part of the culture that we've built. And just a hard-fought football game. There was no dirtiness, chippiness at any point in the game. And when you're playing for the biggest prize, that's great. And I just, as an alumni, as a former player, this one means a lot.
Well, and not only that, and what you're talking about, the way the game was played, we're out of the 7A West or 4-7A. We showed how you win and with class. And like you say, no chippiness, no mouthing, no pointing, no whatever. And a lot of respect. You can see the respect between both these teams have for each other just watching this.
Yeah, and I made a post about it from the middle school page. That we're proud of the way these boys win, and now I can congratulate them. I said I'm not going to congratulate you till the last game. Now we can congratulate them. Congratulations, guys, and you did it the right way. I mean, this is a great moment for our school district, these kids, the community.
And at the side down there, the last one down there, waiting for the kids to come through was said. I mean, it's an amazing sight here, guys. I'm just telling you. Been a long time since we got one, but we got one.
We got one. That's going to do it for another season of Malvern Leopard football. I'm Seth Roberts, Ron McNamara, Ben Dial. We thank you for joining us all these weeks. As always, stay classy. Malvern, you're state champions. We'll see you next year, the reigning, defending champion.